Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest dawn of war, Soulstorm casts, this side of East Yorkshire, and today we have a 1v1 on Blood River. Over in the Imperial Guard corner we've got Roberto Gilliman, and over in the Dark Eldar corner we've got Mare. Mare's going to go with triple mandrakes, a Hall of Blood, and a plasma gent, whereas the Imperial Guard player is going to go for plasma generator, double guardsman, tech priest engine seer, and infantry command. I do very much like how Roberto Gilliman has really committed to the name, has gone for some ultramarine symbols and lots of blue on his guardsman. Makes me think of the book series of Dark Imperium. If you've not read that series, I highly recommend you do. And even if you've not got like a subscription to Audible or anything, I mean, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but go on that website, get their free book when you first sign up, and just treat yourself to the first book of the Dark Imperium. It's absolutely banging. It's a nail-biting story all the way through. Anyway, on for the game. Command Squad is coming out. You will be probably having a bit of a sniff around, seeing if you can capture any of these mandrakes. This mandrake is coming down to the south side. We'll be probably going for a quick slice and dice on these guardsmen. Heavy bolter turret being set up round here. Guardsmen are expecting some Dark Eldar nonsense, maybe in the form of Hellions, although that is not what we will be seeing in this game today. These Chad guardsmen completely ignoring the dark blades of the mandrakes. They are dedicated to capturing this relic come hell or high water. Commander with a psyker will be spying out these mandrakes. Tech priest engine seer also joining in the fire. Big zappy attack from the psyker. Going to be absolutely pegging these boys in the backside. They are going to attempt to decap this relic, although it doesn't look like that they will be able to handle the las fire of the Imperial Guard. It does look like there's going to be an entire squad wipe, although will he be able to decap it? Not quite.
It will only take me.
Very close, but no cigar. We do have, I do believe, if we can see on this side, yes, the Dark Eldar player has gone for some infiltration research on his mandrakes. So it will make him a little bit more difficult to see. These Imperial Guards are going to fall back because they've not captured any of their home base strategic points. So they will need to do that at some point. 32 and 10 compared to 56 and 10 of the Dark Eldar. So they may have lost a Mandrake squad, but forcing the Imperial Guard to bring all his boys over to shoot them down has been quite a useful thing for them. A good trade all in all, I would say. Listing post being built up. These Mandrakes are still trying to come in and seeing what havoc they can wreak, but the Psyker in this squad can see them from a mile off, and they will come in and try and defend their Tech Priest engine seers hiding around the corner of the building. In fact, let's have a quick sweep. Look at that cinematic. Haha. Although, like I said, I don't do that often because it literally makes me very motion sick, which I'm sure doing this all the time does for you guys. But you know, it's kind of motion sickness that I can deal with. Heavy bolter has been finished. Listing post is going to be built up over here. We do have an Archon coming out as well as a homunculus laboratory. Relic over here being captured by the Dark Eldar as well. These mandrakes are going to move into the base. No priest within, not priest, Psyker within sight. So these guys are free reign to do these guardsmen dirty. Although they won't bother trying to finish capturing that strategic point and will just run for the hills to the defensive infiltrated detection range of the heavy bolter. We will see him now jump into the infantry command, peppering them away, and these guys will be forced to retreat. Going around the side, although with this command squad nearby, these guys aren't going to be having the best of times. They won't be living their best life. They will be dying quite quickly if they stay around. Although the dedication of them, they don't care. Being bashed around doubly by the Psyker and the commander. Priest not really feeling it. He's just going to stare at them menacingly from a distance, shaking his fist. You kids, get off my lawn. And they do so without any hesitation. Guardsmen capturing the critical location in the middle. We do have a Archon retinue upgrade going down. Archon with two guys over here will be able to take those listing posts, narrowly saving the skin of this incubi, or incubus is, or whatever the plural for them is. Mandrake's been chased away once again. Good staunch line of guardsmen with their bayonets on. Archon moving down to the riverside. Do quite like this placement of the heavy bolter turret. If anyone goes in close combat trying to take down this listening post, there will be negative cover, which will give this heavy bolter extra DPS to work with. Retinue has been completed, so we'll be able to get some more incubi into a squad if he fancies it. 86 and 10 to 74 and 20. Green money advantage for the Imperial Guard. Blue money advantage for the Dark Eldar. Mandrakes moving in, going to be decapping this relic. And going to try and recap it for themselves. Incubi now being reinforced. Grand total of 4 Dark Eldar in that unit there. Anything else going on the base at the moment? Not quite. They are going for their planetary raid add-on. Tier 2 for the Dark Eldar. Tier 2 going for the, oh mind you, 52% and 88%. So, there we go. Dark Eldar a little bit ahead in the tech. These guys keeping away from the Archon for the moment. But we're going to wait for some Chimeras. Another heavy bolter turret being placed on this side as well. Going to make sure that they've got a nice firing arc on all their listening posts in the base. These guys are also getting some fortified positions. So Imperial Guard still expecting some harass, and just like that, the Mandrakes do not want to come down this lane any longer. Hippity hoppity, get off my property, the heavy bolter turret says, firing into them. Archon still staring at these guardsmen. Tier 2 goes down for the Imperial Guard. We do have some Scourges now out for the Dark Eldar. Going to be very difficult for the Imperial Guard to deal with unless they get something else online. Scourges will be able to melt their way through the Guardsmen's numbers. And they are heavy infantry, so they will be able to handle the las rifle fire. Archon seeing his moment to move in. We have a big zappy thing going on from the Psyker. Will break the morale of these Scourges. And then Command Squad with the Priest using his Emperor Save Me ability, keeping those guys... Oh, no, heaven forbid it was not. It was the afterglow of the poison blades of the Mandrakes. I do believe that the Incubi has that ability as well. Damage over time. Not a pleasant situation for anyone to be in. Guardsmen over here being chased around by the invisible dudes, whatever you call Mandrakes. They will be cut to ribbons in no time flat. Being affected by the poison. Will be taking a lot of damage. Morale has been broken. Mechanized command is going to go down. Like I say, some Chimeras are probably exactly what the Imperial Guard need at the moment. Witch Cult Arena going down. The combination of long fire from the Scourges, potential close fire bashing from the Witches, especially with their combat drugs. This listening post is going to be upgraded. The Guardsmen are going to do what the Guardsmen do best, and they're going to play defensive. Tactical control being built up, as well as a heavy weapons team. 86 and 30 compared to the 116 and 30. It's a serious blue money advantage for the Dark Eldar. They have managed to hem the Guardsmen in. The Guardsmen don't need that much in the way of blue money to keep alive if they're in a defensive posture. As long as you can avoid those squad wipes and keep your buildings online. These guys are just going to cruise straight past these Mandrakes. Scourges trying to intercept their movement, but then they decide against it. They're kind of wasting some of their jumping juice. The Chimeras instead, haha, moving right down the middle. Scourges are going to have to jump back over. They're going to focus fire on this Chimera. They have got one Bright Lance and another Bright Lance over here. So not Bright Lances, Dark Lances. Because obviously being Dark Eldar, they can't have anything bright. Listen to too much My Chemical Romance. They are not in it for the brightness. Priest almost goes down. Quite unfortunate. Chimera shooting away these Mandrakes. Mandrakes falling down 3 apiece. Heavy bolter turret chilling out over here. Witch Cult Arena being finished off. A Slave Chamber of the non-meaty variant is up. Anything else coming out? We do have a Sentinel out, which would be ideal for chunking away at these towers of loathing. Mandrakes being on auto-replenish. Everyone's standing fairly firm at the moment. Dark Eldar don't want to push in. They know that there's a lot of listening post turrets and just general shooty bits for them to deal with. Guardsmen using their defensive posture to build up their green money. Probably be seeing a mechanised, heavy unit composition. Telepathica Temple being built up. Going to equip these dudes with some priests to help them see all the mandrakes. I mean, they do have... How many mandrake squads do they have? They have got one over here, one over there. The two all in all. They also have a witch squad available. All with their witch succubus. So the Imperial Guard have got to keep their buses away. I mean, we saw a couple of weeks... It was either last week or the week before how quickly the succubi, along with warp beasts and mandrakes, are able to tear their way through anything and everything. We saw Beyblade being taken down from like maximum health to 0 health in 30 seconds flat. But they are very much a glass cannon. If they can't get all their damage out straight away, then their effective combat usefulness is quite limited. Everyone just standing around. Not much happening. Psyker's being built up. There's tension in the air. Raider coming out. Will be able to use its Dark Lances to destroy vehicles and whatnot. Can also have some warriors if the Dark Eldar player decides to get some warriors. Pop them on the side. Go around doing drive-bys and whatnot. Sentinel moves forward. Going to fire into his Tower of Loathing. Chimera coming out with their Psyker. Going to see these mandrakes and cut them down like no man's business. One Scourge squad moving in. Chimera instantly sucking their boys back in and then driving away. Going to move back a little bit. Raider going to jump in. Not being able to use its Terror AoE to do anything to break the morale. Curse of Machine Spirit goes on this Raider. Does get it stuck a bit. This heavy weapons team not going to survive for much longer. Combat drugs going on the Scourges and the Witch Squad. They will be able to smash up that heavy bolter turret. Chimera tanking lots of the damage, allowing the guardsmen with their plasma guns to shoot down these witches. Witches down to 2 models, losing their succubi. Command squad moving in to engage the Archon. The Archon has gone down by a zappy bit from the Imperial Guardsmen. Another zappy bit goes down on the Scourges over here. Almost squad wipe. Witches do look like they'll have a bad time being wiped themselves. They are going to fall back with 1 model left. And a big zap, big group zap, should I say, going down on these incubi, and that is an entire squad wipe for the Archon. Very unfortunate for the Dark Eldar. I've lost a lot of assets in that engagement there. It will take them a while for them to rebuild, although they do have a build up in blue money, so it won't affect them too much. Archon being rebuilt, which is also having a second squad being put in there as well. Imperial Guard now pushing out of the base. Focusing down these mandrakes. Mandrakes are just kind of just chilling there. They've accepted their fate. Accepted death. Raider jumping in. Guardsman narrowly avoiding the anti-morale damage that the Raider does when it jumps in. Lots of Sentinels firing away, taking down that Raider. Heavy weapons team has been replaced. Another heavy bolter turret has been built up as well. Listening post over here will probably want a good fix-up in preparation for any more future assaults that the Dark Eldar can bring to bear. Sentinel being repaired by the Tech Priest engines here. Imperial Guardsmen continuing the push on the eastern flank. Mandrakes don't look like they're going to survive for much longer. Scourges forming up, firing away. Priest going to move into... Yeah, is that a Priest? Well, someone's moving into close combat. They're going to tie up these Scourges. Witches moving around the flanks. They are being shot at by the tail turrets and these heavy weapons teams. Popping their combat drugs. Scourges over here, firing away into the flanks. Guardsmen have been surrounded. Tower of Loathing also getting some pot shots in. Scourge squad over here not quite getting a squad wipe. Tech Priest engine C over here falling prey to the splinter rifles of the Scourges. Imperial Guards are going to be pushed back to their defensive structures, standing in the negative cover. Although the witches down here have been taken down. Guardsmen going to fall back. More witches to replace them. Archon building up his incubi bodyguard. Sentinel shooting. Oh, pardon me, I don't know. That wasn't even a cough, that was like a combination of a cough and a hiccup. Oh, tier 3 going for the Dark Eldar there, and tier 3 going for the Imperial Guard. Oh, I like that. Yeah, they're all keeping up with each other. Second Mechanized Command going down for the Imperial Guard. Another Chimera out on its way. Boys are going to jump inside. Going to double stuff it. And move out of this way. Heavy weapons team being upgraded with a las cannon. Guardsmen going to jump out, focus fire on these scourges. Their plasma guns doing a number on these scourges, as well as with the assistance of the zappy bits from the priest. Command squad moving over here, going to tie up these scourges. Combat drugs going on the witch cult and the incubus with their archon. Going to chase this chimera full of boys back. One lonely priest moving around on his own. Life-preserving ability of the priest being activated, although maybe a little bit early, a little bit late. We do have... not sure where that was firing. But it was something, it's at least a visual treat to watch. War beasts over here, just kind of chewing on their own earlobe. They haven't had the morale broken, but it does look like it will happen fairly soon. They do not have a... Oh, no, they do have a Beastmaster. So their morale being broken won't cause them much problem, although being dead will cause them a major problem. Scourge is focusing down on this heavy weapons team. Raider jumping in the middle. Chimera has been destroyed. Does look like there's been a squad wipe for one unit of guardsmen as well. Raider has been destroyed. Oh no, they haven't been destroyed. They just jumped into the infantry command over here. And Scourges jump away again. It's a wonderful defense from the guardsmen once more. It does seem that even though the Dark Eldar have got a lot of money, doesn't really know what to spend it on. Going for some more warp beasts, going for a crucible of malediction research. Will allow to drive the enemy soldiers mad, causing them to fight amongst themselves, which is exactly what the Dark Eldar want. The Imperial Guard are keeping alive by going backwards and forwards, going into chimeras. If they can keep them in one stationary place for longer than necessary, they will have a chance to get them killed. Tower of Loathing being shot down. Archon retinue upgrade number 3 going down as well. Scourge has been shot. Priest keeping his lads alive. They are tanking on the damage. One Scourge squad has gone completely down. Another Scourge squad looks like it's going the way of the dinosaurs. Warp Beast pack over here. Engaging these guys. Going to go for their Beastmaster, although completely unsupported. Another Zappy going down here. Won't quite get them dirt. More beasts. More warp beasts coming out. And the Eldar really does need to make use of their money. There we go. They've spent it on something. What they spent it on? Ah, double witches. It's going for a very melee-focused build. Another infantry commander going down. 1, 2, 4, and 78. To the guardsmen 9, 5, and 79. More sentinels being researched. A full-scale war upgrade going down. Some Cassicans on the way. The Imperial Guard going for their late-tier equipment. Maybe see some Lehman Russes. We don't normally see Lehman Russes in vanilla matchups, which would be very nice. Priest keeping the command squad alive. Guardsman trying to recap this relic. Morale has been broken by this guardsman over here. Cassican squad over yonder, joined by their priest, going to fire into the Beastmaster. Sorry, the Warp Beast pack here. They have had their morale broken, so we'll start chewing on each other. And they will fade back into the Warp Cassican squad. Being kept alive by the priest. They will just tie up these Warp Beasts. Homunculus firing away into these guys over here, breaking their morale. Witches coming around this way. Priest over here being bothered by this torture amplification device. Valkyrie firing at his own priest. In fact, actually does kill his own priest. Well, priests are usually heretical anyway, aren't they? So who needs them? Not priest, Psyker. And now the priest goes down. Very unusual use of Valkyrie firing patterns this game so far. But we like it. It spices things up. I do believe, I can't remember, this is one of the mid MMR games I've gone for this evening. This week, because this is an extra vanilla game, there hasn't been many Ultimate Apocalypse games for me to cast this week, so treating it to an extra vanilla game. So I think this Tuesday was a high MMR game, So trigger to a little lower one, you know, because weird shit like that happens. And isn't that cool? Which squad eyeing up the booty of this command squad? Gonna charge in, combat drugs being activated. Chimera in a world of trouble at the moment, filled up with 2 squads. They will want to get out there as quickly as possible. They do not want to be in close combat with these ladies or their cats. Lots of guardsmen being pushed out from that exploded Chimera. Shiny golden bits. Heavy weapons team firing in. Mayor is throwing out the WTF. Not sure what he's WTFing about. But the guardsmen are holding up a stalwart defence. Witches have been knocked back, although there are some witches down here as well, being zapped by the guardsmen. Warp Beast pack over here going to have to fall back and retreat. Witches do look like they're going to have a bit of a squad wipe as well. Dear, oh dear. Very unfortunate for the Dark Eldar player. He's going to go for a Soul Cage there. So, allows Ravagers and Diuses of Destruction. Well, Dius of Destruction, no plural, you can only have one. Archon throwing down a moment of madness on these Cassicans. Although the priest does manage to get his little ability on, which keeps him alive. Maybe wanted to save that ability for a larger engagement. Warp Beast now turning on themselves. I wonder if a unit of Warp Beast only has 1 beast left in it, but he starts turning on his own dudes. Will he start just hurting himself, I wonder? 1 Incubi falls. And Leman Russes are out on the field. The tide of battle is slowly but surely turning on the Dark Eldar. They did a really good job in the beginning and the middle game, capturing most of the map, keeping the Imperial Guard hemmed in. But they have not... Oh, I've just lost my whole army because of freeze. Wonder if there was a computer error there. But mind you, though, well, Imperial Guard have got a serious amount of green money to play with. And, yeah, these dudes have also got some green money to play with. And it does look like that the...
When do we fight?
Maybe there's just another freeze going on. Maybe, possibly. No, he's moving his boys. Okay, fair enough, we'll take that. Guardsmen going to be pushing forward to unleash unholy fire. Well, holy fire, should I say, on the Dark Eldar. Firing away. Going to be focusing on this Witch Cult arena, just taking down the buildings, 1 building at a time. Now is the Dark Eldar's turn to be in a defensive posture. Throws out some Russian and then surrenders. I do believe that they might have either surrendered or just had like a game crash or something, which is a shame. But to be honest, the Imperial Guard were on the warpath for victory. They had some Ogrins, they had some Castigans, they had a Leman Russ battle tank. They were going to go for, I assume at some point, a Baneblade because they had all the green money left available to them. So I would say, if I could play Theorycraft for a second, that the Imperial Guard were going to win that one. But, oh well, bit of a anti-climax, but we'll take it. Anyway, my name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never a chore. And I will see you in a bit. Peace.